again. I'm Kim Calvert, Senior Vice President of Marketing and Member Services at the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber. And it is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you to our annual ATHENA Award dinner. Thank you so much. Tonight we are proud to honor 23 nominees. Women who strive toward the highest levels of professional accomplishment. Women who excel in their chosen career, have devoted time, energy, and leadership to their community, and who serve as exceptional role models, inspiring and assisting others to achieve excellence. Tonight, we celebrate women who embody Athena, the dynamic goddess of Greek mythology, known for her strength, courage, and wisdom. Our nominees are a powerful group with a tremendous ability to impact whatever issues they choose to address and to affect change, and their work and dedication touch thousands across our entire valley. Tonight, we are incredibly celebrating 31 years of the ATHENA Award program and the more 1,000 women in our valley we've honored along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screens for a look back.
Life is hectic and unpredictable, and we all go at an unbelievable pace. But I encourage all of you to truly believe in who you are.
My fellow nominees, I truly share this award with all of you. You're all great, formidable women, fierce. You're all Athenas.
At our orientation, Dr. Laura Meek said it increases your circle of influence. I love that. That's what this is all about, making this world a better place.
Today we are honoring the contribution of women here in the Mahoning Valley. I am proud to call this home. We have so many positive qualities in our valley and many great leaders making a difference every day.
It's not the obstacle in front of you that defines who you are. It's how you choose to conquer it.
Be your own kind of leader. Don't think you have to fit into somebody else's mold of what kind of a leader you have to be.
I'm so thankful to the Chamber for this opportunity and for the opportunity for women to come together and lead and to mentor each other and to show the world that we can have it all. We just have to juggle a lot of things, and it isn't always going to be perfect.
My belief is that all of you, all of us, are driven by our passion and our purpose, whether that's in public advocacy, whether it's in health, whether it's in manufacturing. We all are committed to our purpose.
What does success look like? I heard a quote recently that said success is going from one failure to another with enthusiasm.
This honor confirms something I've known about myself for a long time, and that's I am a hard worker, but I'm also really lucky.
I also think that you need to have a plan. You got to learn how to set goals. Goals are very important. I always tell people that's the roadmap to success.
While the playing field looks more fair and level, we still have work to do. And as I said, that work to do is to nurture and develop the next generation.
You know, it was an honor just to be nominated and to be classed in with all these other wonderful and accomplished women who have done so much in their own areas to help and better our community. And isn't that what the ATHENA Award and a program is really all about? Recognizing women in leadership who have mentored others and who have worked for the betterment of their community.
Thank you so much. Always so much inspiration in that video. Allow me to begin our evening with special introductions. Seated at our head table from your left to right on the bottom stage are Wealth and Trust Relationship Manager at Huntington National, Dr. Virginia D. Banks, Infectious Disease Specialist and our 2023 ATHENA Award recipient, and Dr. Holly Welch, Principal of Jackson Milton Elementary School, our 2016 ATHENA Award recipient and my co-MC for the evening. And in the nosebleed section right here behind me, we have Lori Conine, Individual and Small Group Sales Director at Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, founder of the Anthem Scholarship, Guy Caviello, President and CEO of the Regional Chamber, and off down to the right, because she'll be speaking here momentarily, is Sue Schaefer, Community Events Coordinator for the Tribune Chronicle and the Vindicator, co-presenter of the ATHENA Award program. The ATHENA Award dinner would not be possible, of course, without the support of our co-presenter, the Vindicator and Vindy.com. For 28 years, the Vindicator presents this prestigious event. The team's coverage of our program and recognition of our nominees is significant and culminated in a full-page ad featuring all of their beautiful headshots in last Mother's Day edition and seen by thousands in our valley. From the Vindicator for remarks, Community Events Coordinator Sue Schaefer.
On behalf of the Vindicator, I would like to commend 2024 ATHENA nominees for the important and lasting impact their work has made in the lives of countless individuals in the Valley. The Vindicator is proud to be a partner of this event with the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber. It's a wonderful opportunity to highlight the great work of women in business and nonprofit organizations. Our company highly values the women who play key roles in producing the daily newspapers that serve the Mahoning and Trumbull counties. 58% of our employees who have more than 25 years of service are women. We strive to deliver award-winning community journalism directly to your doorstep, and we look forward to continuing to do so. As we listen to each nominee's story this evening, may we challenge ourselves to follow their example. I'll close with this quote from American musician Taylor Hanson: "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sue, and to the Vindicator again for so generously co-presenting the ATHENA program with us tonight. Our dinner partner, Huntington Bank, has been a great friend to the Chamber over the years, sponsoring many of our events, and for the past several years, our ATHENA Award dinner. We appreciate the support of the entire Huntington team and would like to call on Wealth and Trust Relationship Manager Amanda Banner for remarks on behalf of the company.
Good evening. I'm happy to welcome you on behalf of Huntington. It's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of Huntington and my fellow colleagues this evening, we're honored to sponsor the 2024 ATHENA Awards. We would like to congratulate each of the nominees. We applaud your achievements, the time and energy you've devoted to your community, your profession, and for opening doors for others to follow in your path. We truly value your leadership and commitment to our Valley. As a proud member of the Valley, Huntington has served local markets since 1866 and today still bears its founder's name. Our welcome brand promise is defined by inclusive relationship building capabilities designed to best meet the unique needs of our customers and communities. Aligned with the ATHENA Award nominees mindset, at Huntington our advocacy is about putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, looking out for them, and being a champion for customers and our communities. Again, congratulations to all of the nominees. You've earned your rightful position within this honorable class. We applaud your efforts and ongoing commitment to excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda, and to Mahoning Valley Region Community President Sam Houston and all of our friends at Huntington Bank, again, for helping us celebrate this momentous occasion. Additionally, the Vindicator and Huntington joined the Chamber in expressing our gratitude to all of our 2024 Athena sponsors, and we've had a record number this year. Please hold your applause. Our diamond sponsor, Tom Duma Fine Jewelers, who will be giving us a dazzling, no pun intended, presentation a little later in the program. Video presentation sponsor, Boken Sons. Floral sponsor, Key Private Bank. And so I don't forget to tell you at the end of the evening, especially to our nominees, please, if you have flowers at your table, take them with you. Our decor sponsor, Elwood. Champagne sponsor, Waypoint 4180, and hopefully you have already or will crack that bottle of champagne on behalf of Waypoint. Our signature cocktail sponsors, Dawn Incorporated and Howmet Aerospace, who had the very unique Mystic Dawn and Aerospace cocktails, which I'm sad that I did not get to try this evening. And our spotlight sponsor, who's got the bat signal over on the wall, the Community Foundation of the Mahoning Valley. Our corporate sponsors, 717 Credit Union, HBK CPAs and Consultants, Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty, LA Images Photography, who took all of our beautiful headshots of our nominees, MS Consultants, Premier Bank, Youngstown Bluecoats, and Youngstown State University. Celebration sponsor, DG Perry CPAs and Advisors. Balloon decor sponsor, That Balloon Girl, and that's the wonderful setup out in the lobby with all the balloons. Our Anthem Scholarship presentation sponsor, Anthem. Our patron sponsors, Armstrong, Luba Bella Winery, Platts Realty, and Vicky Doe Fitness. Our music sponsor, Eris Therapy Group. Our dessert sponsor, Queen of Cheesecakes. I'm not sure if any of you dived into those just yet. They are wonderful because, of course, we have to taste test these things at the Chamber, so I assure you we did our homework. But also at the end of the evening, and I know you can't see it, it's up at our head table, but there is one very, very yummy looking cheesecake for our recipient to take home. We, of course, will put it back in the refrigerator after these remarks, but I cannot guarantee it'll still be there at the end of the night. Our foundation reception sponsors, Akron Children's Hospital, Humtown, and Mercy Health. The Athena Scholarship gift sponsor, Lee and Bonnie Deutsch-Bergman. And last but not least, our chocolate sponsor, Giannios Candy Company. Can we please have a great round of applause for our sponsors? Thank you again to all. We also wouldn't be celebrating this event without the help of a wonderful team at the Regional Chamber. A sincere special thank you to Chuck Rudge and Connie Knight, Jacob Zillinger, Monique Bennett, and Jackie Jacobson for your hard work, creativity, and vision, and to the entire Chamber team for your support and assistance this evening. And to the Chamber's President and CEO, Guy Caviello, our Board Chairman, Jim Gazier, and the entire board, thank you for your support of the program and all of the wonderful women that we honor each year. Can we please have applause for our staff as well? They did an amazing job this evening. Well, one last order of business before we hear from our 2023 Athena Award recipient. With the Regional Chamber's signature events garnering crowds of this size, the team felt compelled to partner with various nonprofit organizations once again for 2024 and ask event attendees to donate items to worthy causes. For today's event, we are focused on the needs of the Ursuline Sisters. The Ursuline Sisters of Youngstown created Ursuline Sisters' mission to oversee and strengthen their vibrant and life-giving ministries and continue to provide leadership and support in the region long into the future. These ministries include Ursuline Sisters Senior Living, Ursuline Education and Wellness, Beatitude House, Ursuline Sisters HIV and AIDS Ministry, USM Scholars Program, Immigrant Outreach, and the USM Children's Program. The organization offers housing, food, health care, education, wellness, spirituality, advocacy, prayer, and presence. This year, the Ursuline Sisters of Youngstown are celebrating 150 years of gospel service in the Valley. To all of you who donated items that were on the Ursuline Sisters wish list for today, please know what a long way these go in enabling the significant organization to do work that benefits the need of so many. If you could take a look at the screens, we'll show you and that was as of 5:30, what your contributions have done for the Ursuline Sisters. So thank you all so much. If you forgot to bring items with you or weren't aware that we were collecting, you are most certainly welcome to donate cash or write a check, and you can do that during dinner. If you did donate, you were given a raffle ticket, or if you donate before dinner concludes, you will be given a raffle ticket, and we will draw 4 tickets, and those folks will win a $25 gift card to a chamber member establishment. We will announce those winners when the program commences after dinner. On May 18, 2023, Dr. Virginia Banks, infectious disease specialist, was named our ATHENA Award recipient. And as she's about to tell you, that night and the past year have been quite an experience. Please welcome Dr. Banks as she shares her thoughts on the honor and words of wisdom for our nominees and offers our invocation before dinner.
Good evening. Thank you, Kim. This year has been a whirlwind. I was so shocked last year to win the ATHENA Award, and those of you who were here remember those big ugly tears that I cried when I got up here. Winning this award was the culmination of 3 tumultuous years as an infectious disease doctor in this, my community, and trying to serve as a trusted messenger when there was so much mistrust, distrust, and confusion on a disease that was killing hundreds of thousands of people, a disease that we had never seen before. And I guess I felt when I was standing up here last year that it was the big thank you that all of my colleagues and me sort of were so grateful for. So again, thank you. I always knew that I was standing on the shoulders of many great women in the Valley who were much deserved of this award, even before its inception. And we must remember that we must all continue to mentor, volunteer, and more importantly, reach back and pull our women colleagues and mentees up. I also want to say that I think it's important to have male mentors. It gives us a 360-degree view of the world. We think differently. And men may be important in pointing out those things in our career that may not be obvious. We have many men here tonight, I'm sure, who have been mentors for the ATHENA nominees tonight. It is truly an honor to be nominated, and no matter who wins, at the end of the day, you are all winners in your areas, and you will continue to soar. I have been Cinderella for a year. And tonight, like Cinderella and the Golden Carriage, at 9 o'clock, I will turn back into a pumpkin. Thank you very much, Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber. If you will bow your heads and join me in the invocation. We pray that we shall never be so blind that our small world is all we ever see, or so supremely satisfied that what we are is all we ever want to be. Give us the job of feeling someone's need, make us gracious followers, make gracious those who lead. And more than all, we pray that through the years, we will remember there are always new frontiers. This evening, as we are about to share this festive meal, we ask for a special blessing for our ATHENA nominees, who, through their achievements, teach and inspire us all to reach our full leadership potential. May this celebration shed its light on all we do professionally for each other and the community.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Regional Chamber and the Vindicator, we once again extend our warmest welcome to each of you and hope you are enjoying the festivities of the 31st Annual ATHENA Award Dinner. It is a great evening to celebrate the accomplishments of our 23 amazing nominees, as well as all who have come before them since the inception of our ATHENA program. We also hope that you are savoring this wonderful meal, the ambiance of Waypoint 4180, and the spectacular outdoor views. Please continue to enjoy your dinner and dessert as we move right into our program. Our first order of business is to announce the winners of the 4 gift cards for those who brought in donations for the Ursuline Sisters. Thank you to everyone who donated to this worthy cause. The winners of the gift cards are Tiffany Hurlbut, Becky Markham, Sarah Dobrolowski, and Jim Gazier. Go ahead and give them a round of applause, please. Please be sure to pick those up on your way out after the program concludes, and thank you again. The inspiration for the ATHENA Award originated in Lansing, Michigan in 1980. It was there that Martha Mayhood Mertz, while serving on the Chamber Board, realized that award programs recognizing working women were few and far between. She mobilized the community and rounded up sponsors, and the first ATHENA Award was presented in 1982. Since that time, more than 8,200 individuals in 48 states and 11 countries have received the award and become part of ATHENA International. The ATHENA Award was first presented in the Valley in 1990. Dorothy Perrin, who was the president of the Youngstown Business and Professional Women's Club in the 1980s, attended a convention in Charlotte one year and found out more about the ATHENA program when the beautiful bronze sculpture that was on display caught her eye. She knew the program would be a great one for professional women in our region and brought it to town. She secured Oldsmobile as the sponsor at the first award and partnered with the Chamber to present the first event. And from there, the ATHENA Award and all that it stands for has grown in our community. After the 1991 ATHENA Award was presented in our Valley, the program went into hiatus with the merger of the Youngstown, Niles, and Warren Chamber. In 1995, the ATHENA was reinvented and the Regional Chamber and the Vindicator joined forces as co-presenters. We are very proud to be part of that tradition. The ATHENA program also provides an incredible resource for past nominees and recipients, creating a strong and valuable network for professional women in our area. Tonight, we have several past ATHENA Award nominees and recipients whom we'd. If you've been nominated for this award at any time over the past 30 years, please stand. Can we please give this great group a round of applause? Thank you so much. We would also like to recognize our past recipients who are here this evening. When your name is called, please stand and remain standing. At our head table, of course, Dr. Virginia Banks, Dawn Ockman, our 2022 recipient, and Dr. Tammy King, our 2019 recipient. I'm sure we're missing other past recipients. Are there others out there in the room? If so, please stand. All right, and please give them a round of applause. I would now like to take a few minutes to honor in memoriam our very first ATHENA nominee, a community leader who lived and breathed ATHENA and was so passionate about the program and annual event that she attended 28 of the past 30 ATHENA Awards dinners. Helen Pays worked at the Vindicator when she was named the 1990 recipient and would go on to serve the ATHENA committee for many years to follow. She was involved in every way, from the planning of the event to even writing up the introductions for the nominees, and in some years, that was as many as 40 nominees. She was overjoyed to oversee the ATHENA program directly for 3 years when she was the Vice President of Business Services at the Regional Chamber, from 2006 to 2008, and continued to support the program every year after. She was truly one of the proudest ATHENA recipients, and not just because she was the first, but because she so strongly believed in the mission of the program and honoring and celebrating all women in this wonderful valley. On April 28th, Helen sadly passed away at the age of 74 in Columbus, where she had lived near family for the past few years. In 2017, Helen keynoted our 25th annual ATHENA Award dinner, detailing how the program had evolved and grown since she won in 1990. In her closing remarks, she had this to say. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Even after 25 years of nominees and recipients, there is still an abundance of talented women who deserve to be recognized. So perhaps ideas or movements of change aren't just an idea by accident or an idea by design, but they are just meant to be when powerful forces come together for good. The ATHENA program is just meant to be. It is important to the Mahoning Valley. Let's keep that momentum going. And finally, to our ATHENA nominees and the 2017 ATHENA recipient, who will be named shortly, it is my hope that you are embracing and celebrating a time this evening that you will remember for the rest of your lives.
We have thought of Helen each and every year we've held this program. She was our first recipient, and because she attended nearly every event. We will forever remember her each year moving forward as we see her joy and pride via the video that we shared earlier this evening, and will continue to share each year and feel her legacy that lives on through this tremendous ATHENA program that she helped to build and so very much loved and will always be a part of. Will you please join me in honoring and celebrating the life of Helen Pez? In short, while we're going to introduce you to all of our nominees, but as has become tradition, we also captured a bit of additional insight via video as well. We asked our nominees a few questions, and throughout the evening we'll show you their answers. Please direct your attention to the screen for the first segment.
My first job was as my father's personal assistant. In the 80s, my dad owned a residential painting business, and when I was 12 years old, he said, well, Jeannie, you're coming to work for me this summer, and I did. And other than picking up after him a little bit and his crew, I did learn how to paint. I sanded baseboards, and I painted shelves, and I took those skills with me as I entered adulthood, which came in very handy, especially when I like to repaint my rooms quite often. But what I really took from that was, unbeknownst to me, my dad would not live a long life. He passed away at 53, and he's been gone over 22 years. So as an adult, I now look back very fondly of those times, and I'm glad I got to spend those with him.
My first job was taking care of my twin brother because he was a handful. But the very first job I've had officially would have been a bus girl at Buena Vista Cafe. Woo woo, go Nikki. If you ever had Greek fried chicken from Buena Vista, go.
My first job that I remember was I worked at McDonald's. It's like, welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order, please? That was me, and I loved that job because I love talking to people.
I was a video sales girl at Hollywood Video. Back in the day, like Blockbuster, we used to rent movies and actually have to return them on time. So yeah, that was my first job. I actually loved it. I grew up a lot there.
My very first job at age 14, I delivered papers for the Indianapolis Star. And these were the days when you had to have the paper on the front door step by 6 o'clock in the morning. So I got up at 4:30 every day, delivered the papers, and then got ready for school. It was a tough job, but it really is how my work ethic was born. And my job, my first route was at a trailer park right across the street from the Indianapolis 500, so that was fun.
My first job, I was a lifeguard at Willow Lake Campground in Champion, Ohio. I was 18, and I thought it was just gonna be a job where I sat by the pool with my friends all summer. It led me into a 7-year stint in lifeguarding, where then I developed myself to be a lifeguard trainer and instructor, and then I worked at Disney World, Cedar Point, and ended my 7 years in aquatics management at Youngstown State. So I can never just do a job. I have to do it all. So.
My first job was babysitting. I was the oldest of 5 children, so when mom and dad wanted to do something, I was put in charge. Can't say it always went smoothly, but that was my role. And so that was my first job, and I used to resent it in high school because I would lose weekend nights, but honestly, they paid me and they let me pick the night of the weekend, so it was all good.
I was a pool girl at Chase Pool. It was on the north side of Youngstown. Now, a pool girl is not a lifeguard. Sounds exciting, but it's not. You're in a damp, musky room, and it's cold. And you're taking people's clothes that they take off and put on their suits in little baskets. Now, I'm excited about working, but it wasn't the pleasant experience I anticipated. But there's nothing like getting your first paycheck. And so that's my first job.
So my first job, I worked at a mini golf course, a putt-putt golf course, and a driving range. And it was probably one of the worst, funniest jobs I ever had, because I used to have to invite my friends to go pick up all those golf balls at the end of the day, because we didn't have a tractor. We had this little scoop thing. And so I would pay my friends for my little minimum wage job and treat them to pizza for helping me pick up golf balls. And so the reason I did it, I was saving money to go to basketball camp in the summer, and I got to go.
Ironically, my very first job was an internship at my parents' winery, Luvabella, which of course now I own it many, many years later. I was 14 years old, and they just opened the bistro part of the winery, and my job was washing dishes by hand. We did not have a automatic dishwasher like most restaurants, and I definitely was a trooper. I think I washed dishes about 12 hours a day from Friday to Sunday. So definitely had a lot of, that hands-on experience, and I worked my way through the restaurant from washing dishes to putting cheese plates together, being a hostess, and waiting on tables. It was really exciting.
I was actually an office aide at Mike Coates Construction in Niles, Ohio from 8th grade to 12th grade. And it was actually with my mother. She was my supervisor. So I kind of couldn't slack off or make mistakes, just because not only did I have a boss, but my mom was also my boss.
I worked at the License Bureau. So I gave driver's licenses, I renewed plates, and I did that for probably 7 years, into college even. So I'm a very, very good typer now.
The videos are always so much fun. 16 years ago, the Athena Committee established a scholarship to further the goals of the Athena mission, to advance women's leadership and to promote education. In conjunction with the Community Foundation of the Mahoning Valley, which manages the Athena Scholarship Fund, we are able to award a deserving student a $1,500 gift to continue her education. In addition, I'm proud to announce that this year's recipient will also receive an iPad donated by Lee and Bonnie Birdman. Here to introduce our 2024 Athena Scholarship recipient is the president of the Community Foundation of the Mahoning Valley, Casey Krell.
Hi, good evening. It is my distinct honor to present this year's Athena Scholarship to a very deserving young woman who clearly stood out among the applicants. The requirements of this scholarship state that an applicant must be a resident of the Valley, as well as a high school senior planning to attend either Youngstown State or Kent State, one of their regional campuses, or be a student currently enrolled at one of those institutions. The recipient of the Athena Scholarship should demonstrate initiative and excellence in her educational or work pursuits, a proven record of community involvement and commitment to, as well as experience in, mentoring others. As you're about to hear, our recipient has excelled at all levels. Lisa Ann Eichert is a graduate, first in her class at Western Reserve High School with a 4.0 grade point average. In addition to excelling academically, Lisa has always been on high honor roll and completed 6 college semester courses already. She has a great love of sports, excelling in both volleyball and basketball. Lisa was the captain of the volleyball team her junior and senior years. She went to district finals each year and received 1 district championship. She reached her goal of 1,000 career digs and 1,000 career kills and was a 4-year letter winner. She was also basketball captain her senior year, and she was awarded first team all-league as well as first team all-district and was a 4-year letter winner. Through her acceptance into National Honor Society, Lisa volunteered more than 80 hours of her time, including working at volunteer and basketball tournaments for younger kids, her church's vacation Bible school, as well as helping paint a home through Habitat for Humanity. She's also assisted with blood drives, trunk or treats, Toys for Tots, food drives, and more. Lisa says she's been inspired by her parents to do her best, give back, and help as much as possible. Her mom had, but overcame, ovarian cancer when Lisa was in middle school. And on a summer morning just 5 years ago, she found her dad lying on the ground in their backyard, having broken his neck after being thrown off a tractor. Thankfully, he has fully recovered, but he could no longer work. The sacrifices that her family has made to ensure a successful future for Lisa have further instilled in her a sense of contributing to bettering a society. Michael Gorby, principal of Western Reserve High School, describes Lisa as genuine, kind-hearted young lady who ensures her full commitment into whatever she involves herself in. She is humble and fair as she works hard to be a positive light wherever she can be. Come fall, Lisa will be at Youngstown State University, where she'll pursue a degree in accounting. Although Lisa was not able to join us tonight due to a school awards banquet that she's attending, she has sent a video message of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screens as we congratulate our 2024 Athena Scholarship recipient, Miss Lisa Eichert.
Good evening. I hope everyone is having a good night. I would like to start by apologizing for my absence. I had previous obligations for an academic banquet at my high school prior to finding out about me being selected for the scholarship. I would like to thank everyone for the opportunity to being able to create in this video to share my appreciation. I would like to start by thanking Kim Culvert for contacting me and walking me through this whole process. Without her generosity, I would not have been able to put this video together and properly thank everyone for all they have done. My second thanks goes to the Birdmans, who have offered and supplied me with an iPad. This will go a long way for me in college as I study accounting at Youngstown State University. Next, I would like to thank the committee for taking the time to read each application and selecting me to be this year's recipient. I am very honored to have been chosen. And finally, I would like to thank my parents. As the committee may know from reading my essays, I would not have been able to accomplish the many things throughout my life without them. I hope over the next few years I am able to continue to give back to the community just as the Athena Scholarship has done for over the past several years. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your night.
We are so impressed and proud of Lisa's accomplishments and wish her the best for what we know will be a successful future. When we presented the Athena Scholarship at this event 12 years ago, a regional vice president at Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, a longtime supporter of the Athena program, was in the crowd and wowed by the presentation of the Athena Scholarship and the accomplishments and remarks of its recipient. That night, he vowed to help even more young women pursue their educational goals, and tonight, we are honored to present again 2 additional Anthem scholarships in the amount of $1,250 each. Please welcome to present these awards, Lori Conine, Individual and Small Group Sales Director at Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber for including us again this year. And thank you for your partnership with Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I'm so honored to present these 2 scholarships on behalf of Anthem this evening. Our first recipient, Kaylee Margaret Ague, I knew I would do this, I'm so sorry. Ague is graduating first in her class from Liberty High School with a 4.0. She was named Student of the Year in several classes and on honor roll throughout high school. She lettered in band and cheerleading and was captain for both that squad and flag line. She was selected to participate in the Young Women with Bright Futures program and chosen by the district superintendent as the junior member of the Liberty Student Advisory Board. Kaylee was a 2-year member of the Big Brothers Big Sisters and was named Big Sister of the Year in 2023. She volunteered to be a Camp Fitch counselor and also spent time organizing events to raise donations for local families. Kaylee and her family ran a rummage sale for a family that suffered a tragic motorcycle accident. They also held a rummage sale for another family whose 3 children attended Liberty schools and lost their father to cancer. Funds raised helped cover hospital and funeral expenses. Kaylee has said that she hopes to one day become the person who makes a difference in our community and can support others, especially children. She's also committed to do everything she can to become someone's positive influence or role model. Her studies in psychology at Youngstown State University this fall will surely help meet her goals. Ladies and gentlemen, we could not be prouder to congratulate our first Anthem Scholarship recipient, Kaylee Ague. She's also attending a school function this evening and sent her words of thanks.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Ague. I'm the 2024 winning nominee for the Athena Scholarship. Unfortunately, I could not be there this evening due to an event with my senior class at Liberty High School. However, I still wanted to express my gratitude considering being selected. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber for inviting me and my parents to the award ceremony. I would also like to express how grateful I am for the Administration and Guidance Department of Liberty High School for all of the opportunities they have provided. Thank you to my parents for not only attending on my behalf, but for all of the love and support you have shown over the years. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you guys. My biggest thank you goes to the Athena Scholarship Committee for selecting me as the recipient of this award. I will be attending Youngstown State University with a major in psychology to hopefully become a school psychologist. This scholarship will help me be able to give back to my community in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee, and again, congratulations on all of your hard work and achievements. We wish you the best for much success. Kaylee's parents, Rocco and Carrie, are in attendance on her behalf this evening. Can I please ask them to stand, and can we give them a round of applause for raising such a wonderful, giving young lady? Thank you both for joining us this evening. Our second Anthem Scholarship recipient, Samantha Ray Hines, will be pursuing education when she attends Youngstown State University. Upon graduating from Austintown Fitch High School with a 3.91 GPA and ranked 37th of 353 in her class. In addition to her academic achievements, Samantha has a great passion for and has excelled on her high school softball team. She received the JV Leadership Award her freshman year and a varsity letter her junior year. When the team won the Ohio Division I softball state championship. She credits her years of playing for teaching her the value of teamwork, leadership, responsibility, and the importance of working hard. Samantha was on the National Honor Society and loved her time volunteering for efforts helping children, such as being a Camp Fitch counselor, tutoring kids, and assisting with Fall Fest at the Austintown Intermediate School. She also assisted freshmen at the high school through the Link Crew program. She guided them through their new environment, answered questions, and stayed in touch. She stepped in to help her younger sister's softball team, running drills with the team and teaching them everything she knows about the sport. Samantha looks forward to the day when she can start teaching the next generation in her own classroom and ensure that they learn and succeed. In her words, earning this scholarship will help guarantee some children a teacher that will always encourage them to strive for their dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to present our Anthem Scholarship to Ms. Samantha Hines.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to begin first and foremost by thanking the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber for inviting me and my loved ones to this beautiful event tonight. I would like to also thank Kim Calvert and the ATHENA Scholarship Committee for selecting me as a scholarship recipient. This very generous scholarship will help fund my education at Youngstown State University. There, I will pursue the field of education. My career inspiration comes from the teachers who have molded me and helped me make the person I am today. Although my school teachers have played a huge role in my life, my first teachers were my parents. They are the reason I can stand here and speak to you all today. They are everything that I strive to be. My dad has always told me that knowledge is power, and I use this saying throughout my years of schooling to inspire me to reach my academic goals. I will continue to work hard at YSU's Honors College, challenging myself in honors classes and giving back to the community through volunteer work. Thank you again for this scholarship and getting me one step closer to my dream of becoming a teacher.
Thank you, Samantha, and congratulations again on all of your accomplishments and hard work. Can we have one more round of applause for our 3 scholarship recipients? Thank you, ladies. We wish you the best as you continue on your journey in the future. Before we officially introduce our 2024 ATHENA Award nominees, I ask you again to turn your attention to the screens to hear what they have to say.
My master's degree is in gerontology and my specialty is Alzheimer's dementia. And the reason I went into that direction is because my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And therefore, taking care of her for 16 years, I became an advocate for those that did not have someone. And so my parent and the disease of Alzheimer's, taking her, is what pushed me or directed me into where I am today, being an advocate for our elderly and those specifically with the disease.
I get my inspiration in life from my mentor that I did my internship with when I was in college. Her name is Jessica Alpert. She is the CEO of World According to Jess Handbags, and she taught me that no matter what life throws at you, you have to just keep on going. And every struggle she had, she just kept working towards her goals, and she taught me how to do that. So she's definitely where I get my inspiration from.
My grandmother. She had 6 children and 16 grandchildren, and before it was all said and done, 26 great-grandchildren. So it was kind of like, if you can balance all those people and keep them in line and keep them loved and fed and cared for and still have time to garden and rescue cats and do everything that she enjoyed while managing like this small army, then I can do anything I want to do. So just every day in every way, she is who makes me be able to do what I want to do.
I'm adopted. I was adopted by a white family right out of the hospital, went to all-white schools, lived in an all-white community, and I had a wonderful childhood. The only thing was there wasn't anyone around that looked like me. My high school started a women's tennis team, and I really wanted to be a part of that team. I didn't know a lot about tennis, but I watched a lot of TV, and my hero and favorite player was Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley, who was just fearless. She just fought from beginning to end, and she was an Australian Aboriginal woman, and she was brown. looked a little like me, and I really looked up to her. She became my inspiration.
The inspiration in my life is my grandma, Michelle Sergi Russo. She immigrated here with just a suitcase and $50 at 14 years old to have a better life for the future generations. And she sacrificed being able to further her education, sacrificed so many things in her life, leaving everything she knew behind and start completely fresh, and seeing all the struggle that she went through as a woman in Italy and what she was able to overcome in the United States to present myself and my family the opportunity to pursue the American dream is partially why I'm standing here today at the ATHENA Awards, because of her, and I owe everything in my life to my grandma.
A mentor of mine is a woman by the name of Stephanie Tennant. She was a mentor to me many years ago, and what she taught was being able to tell the truth about yourself. And that's such a testament to leadership for anyone, because the only thing that we can control is ourselves, and it takes a great deal of humility to really look in the mirror and consider the type of person that you want to be to other people.
Harriet Tubman. You know, she saved herself, and she could have been in a safe place, but she was willing to take those dangerous trips to save others. And I have been relatively fortunate and blessed, but I want to help others. And so even though I'm in a safe place, I want to go back into danger. And if I can just rescue one person every now and then, I will feel as though I am fulfilling my purpose.
My inspiration initially was my grandmother, but she died when I was young. So I would have to say my Aunt Donna. And she inspired me and let me know it was okay for me to learn how to ride a motorcycle. She's the one that inspired me to go to college. I was the first one in my entire family to ever go to college. And I now have a master's degree. And I just in 2019 went back and got another degree. So I wanted to redo my skills and go from there.
I've been blessed to have many inspirational women in my life, but the one who's probably inspired me the most has been my best friend, Danielle. Not only is she a career-driven woman, but she also is an amazing mother to 2 children, one of which is my goddaughter, Elisa, who has Down syndrome. And Danielle is a director with the March of Dimes. So she's just an amazing person as a professional woman, but then also to juggle that with the schedule of a special needs child and to be able to handle both of those things so gracefully the way she does is amazing.
I would probably say my grandmother. My grandmother was a registered nurse, and she taught me everything I know. And I think, especially when I think back to it now, that was public health. She was like, anti-smoking way before anti-smoking became a thing. She worked at the American Red Cross. She volunteered at Planned Parenthood. She did all kind of stuff. She started a youth group in my neighborhood, and I that's the kind of stuff I do now. And I just do it because it's just the right thing to do, and I think that's important. When we do our part to contribute to make it a better community, I think that's what's really important.
First of all, I guess my mentor, Al Raditz, who is the president of Sub-Zero Mission, he got me started in this. And as the years have gone by, I think it's the more and more of the people that I see. They make me want to do what I'm doing, and it makes me feel good to know that we're helping them. And I think the inspiration changes as you go and as you process through all of that.
For me, I am inspired by the people that I study and the people I research with my job. So there are so many people from history, it's really tough to pick one single person, but really anyone that's gone out of their way to kind of change the world, make the world a better place. And I'm lucky that I get to study so many of them throughout history.
Through the selection process, we have received volumes of information that describe and attest to the impressive accomplishments of this year's group of nominees. For the sake of time, we are going to share highlights, but have included more information and mini stories in the special Athena edition of the Chambers Valley Business Magazine, which will be distributed when our event concludes. We will present each nominee with a certificate, reduced version of the full-page ad the Vindicator recently ran with all of the nominees' photos, and a special gift. I would now like to ask Lynn Azar, Sherry Bercini, Sarah Brown-Clark, and Jenna Byler to come up to the left side of the stage, right where the Chambers team is waiting to greet you and direct you. While I'm reading your introduction, you will walk the amazing red carpet, except it's purple, to join Amanda Banner and Guy Coviello to have your photo taken and receive your gifts. We ask that the audience please hold your applause until the first group is completed. In her work at Jewish Family and Community Services, Lynn Azar has secured grant money to address critical needs in the community, from technology to aging well, and funding for programs that help with dementia education, community support, and advocacy for caregivers and families. Azar, Guardianship Manager for the Youngstown-based agency, developed Tech Tuesday, which helps senior citizens gain technology skills, and Lunch Bunch, a monthly gathering for senior citizens with a free lunch and education program. In addition, she's led donation drives to collect clothing, blankets, and items needed to furnish apartments, as well as visiting long-term care facilities to organize virtual reality events for residents. Lynn also mentors younger generations by including social work students in the agency's Aging Well programs and encouraging them to pursue a field that advocates for geriatric and elder care. Over her 25 career at 717 Credit Union, Sherry Bercini has ascended to the role of Vice President of Remote Delivery Experience, making her the first Black person to reach the level of Vice President at the financial institution. She has developed mentorship programs and specialized onboarding programs that invest in the employees and celebrate their growth, as she also leads the credit union's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Outside of her job, Sherry worked with Junior Achievement of Eastern Ohio on financial literacy, achievement, and entrepreneurship, and started her own literacy program at 717 for students at Warren City Schools and Youngstown City School District. Those efforts led to her connect with Inspiring Minds to launch the program at that organization, which she is a member of the board. Before her retirement, Sarah Brown-Clark was the clerk of Youngstown Municipal Court for 24 years and taught at Youngstown State University for 30 years. In her tenure as clerk of courts, she ushered in technology advancements, streamlined operations, and improved services to citizens, as well as provided opportunities for bright young professionals to stay in the valley. Boards she has served on include Youngstown City School District, Western Reserve Transit Authority, YWCA, Greater Warren Youngstown Urban League, Leadership Mahoning Valley, Goodwill Industries, and Mahoning County Mental Health. Sarah was also actively involved with the Ohio Education Association and the local chapter of the A. Philip Randolph Institute, and remains active in the Youngstown chapter of the Lynx Incorporated. Her voice may also be familiar, as she has hosted a weekly radio program, Eye-Opening and Thought-Provoking, which consisted of readings from African American literature. Jenna Byler has played a key role in tremendous growth of Millwood, Inc. In fact, her help in transitioning the company's sales team to a new software not only increased efficiencies, but drove revenue from about $350 million a year to nearly $1 billion. Jenna, Communications Director, has been with Millwood for 11 years. She is a woman of faith who upholds the 4 pillars of the company that they were founded upon: trust, servitude, discipleship, and integrity, And in 2018, she was presented with the company's highest award, the Pillar Award. This honors employees who not only uphold the values, but exemplify them in their day-to-day work with their teams. She also co-owns Prosperity Partners, a financial wellness company that helps people along the path of prosperity through education and empowerment. Can I please have a round of applause for our first group of nominees? I'd next like to ask Melissa Capel, Michelle Crawford, attorney Gina DeGenova, and Stacia Erdos to the front of the room. Melissa Capel has always had a passion for working with and helping people with disabilities. She has a degree in education studies, deaf education from Kent State University, where she has also earned a master's degree in vocational rehabilitation, counseling, and was director of Fairhaven Industries for several years until she was tapped to lead a new agency. In 2023, Melissa was named Chief Operating Officer of United Network Alliance, which joined Fairhaven Industries, Inc., which has workshops in Niles and in Champion, Portage Industries in Ravenna, and Masco, Inc. in Boardman. Active at St. Charles School in Boardman, Melissa is also an advocate for other women. Through her work, she's been able to support, encourage, and guide other women, including college students, to become the best versions of themselves. In her role as Chief Financial Officer for Mercy Health's Youngstown and Lorain markets, Michelle Crawford is responsible for an annual budget of $7 billion, as well as the healthcare providers' community benefit programs in Youngstown, which were more than $100 million in 2023. She has helped grow the system from bricks and mortar with the construction of St. Elizabeth's Boardman Hospital to a several million-dollar renovation project at the former Youngstown Veterans Outpatient Clinic in Belmont Medical Center. During the pandemic, she supported the frontline workers, making sure they were adequately staffed and had enough supplies and equipment. In 2023, Michelle was named to Becker's Healthcare's list of 182 women CFOs to know. In 2019, she was named Bon Secours Mercy Health Hospital CFO of the Year, and in 2016, she was bestowed the Mercy Health Compass Award. Attorney Gina DeGenova is the first ever woman to be prosecutor in the history of Mahoning County. She started the office in 2005 as an assistant prosecuting attorney, and in 2021 was named the Chief Assistant Prosecutor and Public Information Officer. It was in December 2002 that Gina was tapped to lead the office after the retirement of former prosecutor Paul Gaines. As a prosecutor, she created a special victims unit to work with police and the community to prosecute crimes against the most vulnerable in society. She also expanded other programs, including a senior services calendar, a trauma-informed self-defense course, and collaboration with Sokolov Honors College at YSU. Gina's affiliations outside of the office include the Youngstown Business Professional Women's Club, Youngstown Lions Club, and Youngstown Area Federation of Women's Clubs. She also is a member of the Sojourner House Advisory Board. Stacia Erdos became a journalist because she wanted to make a difference. She left to work in nonprofit sector for the same reason. During her time at the United Way of Youngstown and Mahoning Valley, Stacia was key in starting several initiatives, from Success After 6 to launching Women United, a group of volunteer women who mentor children at area schools. At Coleman Health Services, where she is Regional Development Executive, Stacia has brought in more than $500,000 for behavioral health services to low-income and homeless Valley residents. She also plays a pivotal role in the success of the Unmute and the Uncomfortable Symposium, which focuses on racial equity, mental health awareness, and suicide prevention. Stacia is a member of the Youngstown Rotary, serves as the Gala Committee for the United Returning Citizens, and is a member of the Students Motivated by the Arts Board. Can I please have a round of applause for our second group of nominees? Before we introduce our next round of nominees, please take a look at our nominees' answers to a very compelling question.
One thing that I would think most people wouldn't know is that I'm really interested in cars, all of them. Something that I learned as a young kid with my father and just kind of always kept the interest.
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee or tea, and that's something that people are pretty surprised by in today's world, but yeah, I cannot stand coffee.
I once lived in a tent. So my parents married at a very young age and had 5 children. And there was a brief time where they were trying to figure it out and to come up with enough money and funds for better housing. I think that explains why I have no desire to go camping, and I appreciate a really nice hotel, my comfortable bed at night, and a hot shower in the morning.
I broke the same wrist twice within a year. The first time I tripped over my shoelaces in class, I think in the 1st or 2nd grade, and the second time was in a ball pit at a Burger King. So wear Velcro shoes for as long as you can, kids.
So something nobody knows about me is I used to be a really skilled trumpet player. And when I was in college, I was requested to use those skills to travel around with a local post of the American Legion, and I would bring my trumpet with me, and I would actually play taps at military funerals. So it was such an honor to be able to be there for those people, especially those who have served our country. I felt so special being a part of that.
The people from high school, they remember me this way, but I'm actually a very shy and quiet person. But because I was a police officer and I shot pole and I give speeches all over the world, I'm just not quiet and shy anymore. But when I go home and I sit down with my cup of tea, I just like to relax and just be quiet.
I was a clog dancer for 10 years. So I did this with my mom, my aunt, my grandma, and my sister. Initially, my grandma started doing this. We made fun of her. And then we decided to join her, and it ended up being really fun. So that was a great experience. And like I said, we did that for 10 years. I'm also fluent in American Sign Language. So a lot of people don't know that about me either.
Something no one knows about me is probably that I have an art history degree, and I know very little about artists. Let me rephrase. I have an art history minor, which was part of the fine arts program that I was in. I had enough credits in art history classes that lend itself to a minor, and while I was pursuing the fine art degree, and so now I just look back and kind of laugh because I couldn't tell you one thing about an artist.
All of my cans in my cupboard have to be turned so that I can see what it says, and the picture on the front, everything. It's kind of an organizational thing I have, but nobody else understands why I do it, or most people I don't tell that I do that.
Whenever I have to write a check or pay a large bill, taxes, anything like that, I do it with gratefulness in my heart. I'm grateful that I have the funds in my account to be able to pay that bill, because I truly believe that anything that goes out also gets returned, so you have to be grateful.
A couple things. When I was at Ohio University, I got an internship, a foreign correspondent internship with ABC News in London. And during that time was really the height of the anti-apartheid movement. And my roommate and I were very politically active. And so we participated in one of the largest marches against apartheid in London that year, which I'll always remember. And I guess on a lighter side, probably people don't know that I know every single lyric to Jesus Christ Superstar. And when I'm cleaning my house, I will put it on and sing at the top of my lungs for 2 hours. And it does get my family out of the house, so that's nice too. So.
I would like to ask Jennifer Frank, Sherry Harrell,
Megan Hughes and Tiffany Hurlbut to come up to the left side of the stage, right where the Chamber's team is waiting to greet and direct you. While I'm reading your introduction, please walk our purple carpet to join Amanda and Guy to have your photo taken and receive your gifts. Again, we ask that the audience please hold your applause until the first group is completed. Each year, Youngstown State gives a faculty or staff member who's gone to extraordinary lengths to develop and mentor a student the prestigious Mentor of the Year Award. The winner in 2023 was Jennifer Frank, Professor of Criminal Justice Consumer Services in the Botany College of Health and Human Services. During her time at YSU, Jennifer has worked to grow the fashion merchandising program and oversees the annual Every Body fashion show, an event that celebrates body positivity and diversity. Her service in the community includes volunteering for the American Red Cross and Rescue Mission of the Mahoning Valley. She also belongs to the Youngstown Business and Professional Women's Group. At YSU, Jennifer belongs to the Alumni Association, Pete's Pride, and Academic Senate, and is a faculty advisor as well. Also among her awards is the Distinguished Professorship Award for Excellence in Teaching in 2022. In the 11 years Sherry Harrell led the Community Foundation of the Mahoning Valley, she led the nonprofit into a new direction, one toward collaboration with partners to effect long-term change in the region. The foundation's assets grew from $55 million to more than $90 million, giving it the ability to invest more in the community. Under Sherry's guidance, the Health Community Partnership, an effort to make the region more healthy and prosperous, was launched. Earlier in her career, Sherry was executive director of the YWCA of Warren, for which she led a $2.1 million project to create permanent supportive housing for women and children. Her volunteer activities include the YWCA of the USA National Board, Trumbull Memorial Hospital Foundation, Upton Association, Mahoning County Homelessness Continuum of Care, Any Child Trumbull County, and Fund for Our Economic Future. Megan Hughes plays an important role at Discover Global, a supply chain solutions company for metals, plastics, and assemblies across various industries, and Dura-Terrain, an off-road Jeep and truck accessories company. Without her work as Director of Operations overseeing supply chain, customer service, and new product development, the company's tremendous growth and expansion with the creation of Rust Buster and Fishbone Off-Road would not have been possible. Megan began as business coordinator for Discover Global in 2015 and was named Director of Operations for it and Dura-Terrain in March of 2022. Since the birth of her goddaughter, Elisa, in 2014, Megan has helped to raise more than $150,000 to benefit the Down Syndrome Association of the Valley, Akron Children's Hospital, and the Walnut Grove, a playground in Canfield for children of all ages and abilities. Eris Therapy Group had 4 employees and specialized in 2 disciplines when Tiffany Hurlbut formed the company in 2003. Revenue then was less than $200,000, and she created the company from the ground up without a background in business. More than 20 years later, there's a staff of 44 who provide services across 7 areas and revenue of $2.6 million and growing. Tiffany is CEO of the company that provides integrated therapy services for children and adolescents diagnosed with autism and other disabilities. In 2016, she was vice president of the Autism Society of Mahoning Valley Board, and for a period, she was facilitator of a parent support group with the Trumbull County Parent Exchange Network. Professionally, Tiffany has presented at many events, including the Regional Ohio Occupational Therapy Association meeting Kent State University, and public and charter schools across the state. Can we please give this group a round of applause? I would now like to ask Dr. Cassandra Cornball, Tracy Manning, Lois Martin Ushinowski, and Ashley Morrow to the front of the room. Dr. Cassandra Cornball is a board-certified family nurse practitioner and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Her background is in emergency medicine, family practice, adult psychiatry, child and adolescent psychiatry, and military medicine. As Natura Behavioral Health's first medical director, she helped grow the organization to 4 locations in Ohio and nearly 20 providers. Cassandra also serves as a nurse practitioner at the Youngstown Air Reserve Station, where she developed and implemented a mental health program. In addition, she is active duty for the U.S. Air Force Surgeon General on the Rapid Resolution Team, which she has been a part of since 2022. That same year, she was given the Adult Advocate of the Year Award by the Mahoning County Mental Health and Recovery Board, and since 2020, she has been a board member for Broadway Recovery Services. Using historical storytelling as a platform, Tracy Manning performs important work as curator of education for the Mahoning Valley Historical Society through outreach programs, walking tours, and local media organizations. She understands the unique privilege and responsibility of her role to share the stories from the past in the hope that people would learn from it to shape the future. Tracy has developed programming that reaches 6,000 local students per year, helps with the Society's long-range plan and reaccreditation, and has secured $110,000 in grants for the Society. She has been a mentor for the Museum Alliance's Educators Mentors Program, a grant reviewer for the Institute of Museum and Library Sciences, a regional and state judge for the History Day competition, and captain of National History Day in Washington, D.C. Tracy is also vice president of the board of the Hopewell Theater. It can be difficult to sum up Lois Martin Ushinowski. That's because her career and volunteer services is so diverse. She's worked in retail, human resources, and as a police officer. She's helped people stop smoking, taught others CPR, and volunteers for Youngstown Cityscape and Small Town Teacup Ministry. And she's a butterfly enthusiast, OSU Master Gardener, volunteer, and a member of Wild Ones, Youngstown area chapter. Lois is also founder and director of Southside Community Garden, a group of 11 abandoned lots on Williamson Avenue in Youngstown that were transformed into garden space that include a pavilion, butterfly, sensory, and pollinator gardens, and available garden spaces. It's home to an annual butterfly festival, hosts a popular children's gardening summer program, and provides a space for weekly summer Bible study. Ashley Morrow's contributions to the Levy Steel Incorporated and Wild One's Youngstown area chapter are plenty. Levy Steel, she wears many hats, managing all things related to employee health and wellness, safety, payroll, benefits, and more, from scholarships to donations, and the company's website. She founded and chartered the local chapter of Wild Ones, a national organization that promotes native landscapes through education, advocacy, and collaborative action. Her experience also includes owner of Ashley's Peer Recovery Services, LLC, and peer recovery supporter, mental health technician at Coleman Professional Services. Ashley is a member of the Youngstown Rotary, has helped with Operation Pollination, and donated a painting of hers to help raise money for the Helms Foundation. Personally, her goal is to finish restoring her 1912 craftsman-style bungalow to its original splendor. Can we please have a round of applause for our second group of nominees?
Thank you, Dr. Banks. I would now like to ask Kai Pegues, Gina Peplow, Dr. Nicolette Poe, and Rachel Rankin to come up to the left side of the stage. And while they're making their way up, can we give all of our nominees a round of applause? You all look stunning this evening, truly stunning. Kai Pegues believes it's her duty to share her experiences and knowledge with other women and girls, whether through the Boys and Girls Club of Youngstown, at various high schools in the Valley, or at work at Premier Bank. Kai, Vice President, Community Development Officer for Premier Bank, is responsible for developing and executing community reinvestment plans across multiple regions. She joined the board of the Boys and Girls Club in 2000 and helped guide the organization through challenging times. She volunteers at many organizations through her work, and personally too, at groups like the Salvation Army and Junior Achievement of Eastern Ohio. Kai also belongs to the Mahoning County Financial Stability Partnership, administers Mahoning County's Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, and belongs to several nonprofit and government committees. Gina Peplow, in her role as employer and community engagement professional at Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, helps young people in the region finish their education and learn the skills necessary to be successful professionally and personally. She's held the role since February 2023. Prior, Gina was workforce job developer with Flying High Incorporated in Youngstown. Gina helped turn around Alpha Zeta Delta at Teal College. It was at risk of dissolution, but over 3 years, she helped guide the organization into one that is successful and sustainable. In 2019, she was given the Goodwill Employee of Distinction Award, which recognizes exceptional employees who go above and beyond their job duties. Gina was named a Mahoning Valley Young Professionals 25 Under 35 Award recipient in 2022 and became a member of the group's board in 2023. She is also Assistant Flagline Advisor at McDonald High School. In addition to helping prepare the next generation of local leaders, Dr. Nicolette Poe's work at Youngstown State University is meaningful to the health of local residents. As Associate Professor, Department of Graduate Studies in Health and Rehabilitation Services, Nicolette has successfully written grants for millions of dollars, most notably $3.5 million from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to reduce racial and ethnic health disparities. The National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities named Dr. Poe a Health Disparities Research Institute Scholar in 2020. Her board and professional service includes My Baby's First Coalition through Mahoning County Public Health, Community Health Improvement Plan Team, Healthy Community Partnership, and American Heart Association Youngstown. The licensed foster parent is also a member of the Mahoning Anti-Racism Justice and Inclusion Coalition, National Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi, and Pedagogy and Health Promotion Editorial Board. Rachel Rankin is the first woman in the history of the Newton Falls School District to be the junior and senior high school head principal. In her 14 years there, she's also been assistant principal and high school language arts and English teacher. In that time, she secured more than $1 million in grant money for the district. Her other in-school pursuits include establishing the Positive Behavioral Intervention Supports Program at the junior and senior high school and creating the Newton Falls High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Also, she implemented trauma-informed strategies in social-emotional learning in classrooms. Rachel has conducted multiple training sessions with teachers and administrators throughout Trumbull County on AI implementation and policy development. In the community, she helps single mothers and young families by delivering food boxes, helping with laundry, or locating financial or mental health resources. Can we please give a round of applause to this group of nominees? I would now like to call our final group of nominees to the front of the room: Marissa Sergi, Patricia Summers, and Abby Twyford Wilson. Marissa Sergi founded Reds, formerly known as Redhead Wine, in 2016. She grew the brand from 20 to more than 200 stores before getting noticed by Walmart, which awarded her a 60-store test market that turned into a multi-state deal and a Walmart ambassadorship. She built the brand, and then, with her husband and business partner, Evan Schumann, acquired her family's Luvabella winery. Marissa and Evan were named the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber's Entrepreneurs of the Year in 2023, and Marissa was named to the Forbes 30 Under 20 list in 2023 and Forbes Next 1000 list in 2021. In 2017, Marissa was also selected to be keynote speaker at Walmart's annual open call event. The board member of Clothed in Strength, which helps low to moderate income single mothers, has also spoken multiple times at Youngstown State University and to budding entrepreneurs in the Youngstown Business Incubator's Women Entrepreneurship Program. Since founding Youngstown Bluecoats in 2017, Patricia Summers, her team of volunteers, and partner organizations have helped thousands of homeless residents, including veterans, stay warm and comfortable during the winter. They collect and give away socks, coats, boots, gloves, hats, sleeping bags, and more. In 2024, Patricia and the Youngstown Bluecoats were finalists for the Regional Chamber's Family-Owned Business Award in the Social Impact category. She was also nominated this year for AARP's Purpose Prize, an award that supports AARP's mission by honoring people ages 50 and older who have founded a nonprofit organization and tap into the power of life experience to build a better future for everyone. Patricia was included as a marquee Who's Who and was named a Hometown Hero by WYTV Channel 33. At Eastern Gateway Community College in Youngstown, Abby Twyford Wilson established the Student Government Association, which gave students experience by serving on committees with administration, staff, and faculty, and the Student Ambassador Program, which emphasized service to others, character, integrity, and self-awareness. She was selected for the 2023-24 cohort for the Ohio Association of Community Colleges Leadership Academy, and in 2018 was a Mahoning Valley Young Professionals 25 Under 35 honoree. Abby has served as an at-large member for the Commissioner on 2-year colleges for the American College Personnel Association. She volunteers with the United Way of Youngstown in the Mahoning Valley and has been a report card mentor at Liberty School District, mentoring 5th grade students. At Eastern Gateway, she helped found the Campus Advocacy, Resources, and Education Committee, which operates a food pantry on campus and distributes food at Thanksgiving. Can we please have a round of applause for our final group of nominees? As always, we're going to keep you in suspense, and we'll name our 2024 Athena Award recipient after a couple of final presentations. For the first, we're going to ask you to turn your attention to the screens one last time as our nominees answered one last question.
My advice to professional women is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to admit you're wrong. I think as professionals, sometimes we equate mistakes with failures, and I have learned that the most successful people are those who are humble, those that take negative experiences and turn them into learning experiences, and also don't be afraid to say you're sorry or admit when you're wrong. I've always tried to learn from all of my mistakes and all of my experiences, and for me, I think that a little bit of humility goes a long way.
Women should really, I would say, find the opportunities to say each other's names in crowded rooms. I think that you should always be able to recommend a woman that you know for an opportunity, for an experience. I think there are a lot of times where women still tend to hold each other back, and it shouldn't be a competition like that. Women need to be encouraging, supporting, and just uplifting and empowering each other more.
I think this for me is threefold. One, I think always be your own hype girl. You hear your voice more than anyone else's, so make sure that what you say to yourself is positive. My second thing would be don't be afraid to pivot. A lot of times what we think we want may not always be the same, and it's always okay to change whenever you want. And lastly, find a good mentor. People that are inspiring to you would be more than happy most of the time to help you out.
Trust yourself,
right? You're good at what you do. You know your way through things, so trust yourself and be prepared to give yourself grace. Just as you would support and encourage others, support and encourage yourself, because you're not always going to get it right. So trust yourself that you'll figure it out and be able to move on from there.
Every professional journey is unique. It may have some twists and turns, and you really have to find what works best for you. Embrace that journey, trust that journey, and hopefully enjoy that journey.
Stay committed to your purpose and not to an organization or a thing. I think it's also important that anything that you learn, you pour back into your community, into your family, your friends, your loved ones. And I love the Ruth Bader Ginsburg quote that speak your mind even if your voice shakes.
My best advice is to do the right thing always. It will help you sleep at night. And whatever you're trying to accomplish, as long as you're doing the right thing and you're kind of aligning with goodness, it will come out. Like eventually it will all work out, even if you're facing like difficulty or backlash or people are being negative. If you're doing the right thing and you just keep following that, then people eventually will come on board with what your vision is.
Really surround yourself with people who allow you to be your authentic self. Handwrite your thank you cards. It means more to you and the recipient if it's handwritten. And when in doubt, do nothing. Just pause, give yourself some time and space, see what maybe resolves on its own, you know, and most importantly, be your own best friend.
I truly respect any professional woman in the workplace. I think the word professional can sometimes attach itself to a look when truly it's what you portray for you in your job that you choose for yourself. And what I would love to say to those women is, yes, the challenges are ahead, but if you are continuously working to find creative ways to overcome them, you're going to be the more successful path. Don't be afraid to pop some color in your wardrobe. As cliche as that is, I do tend to go to a lot of events where it's always black and blue, and you're allowed to stand out. You're allowed to be a good version of yourself. And also on the professional side too, don't be afraid to keep learning. Lifelong learning is never going to go away. Always grow yourself and become creative in your skill set. Grow in your skill set, and the title and the improvement in yourself will come too.
My best advice for professional women would be not to fall to the pressures of conforming to the male opinions that may outnumber you around the table. Women bring such a unique perspective, and they bring so much diversity to the table, and sometimes it can be intimidating to be outnumbered, but don't let that hold you back.
First of all, persevere, and don't take no for an answer. In order to achieve your dreams, you have to keep chasing it. And my best example of that is I was determined I wanted to work in Pittsburgh at a television news station. I was not getting anywhere with that. So one day I got in my car, I drove to WPXI, I sat in the lobby for 2 hours until finally the news director said she would give me 5 minutes. I walked in and a reporter had just quit. And she said, I need somebody for holidays. I'll try you out. Can you start next week? I said, yep. And I got a full-time job out of it a month later. Also, trust your gut. And the final thing I think I would say is it's okay if your priorities change. You may think you've achieved where you wanted to go all that time, but your priorities change, your passion changes, and your journey can change. And just know those skills are transferable to other areas. And just keep going forward and being the best version of yourself that you can.
Great advice, ladies. Great advice. Well, next, I am so pleased and excited to call on our diamond sponsor, and I mean that quite literally, as Tom Duma Fine Jewelers has done something quite extraordinary for our 2024 Athena Award recipient for the first time in our program's history. Please welcome Tom Duma, President, to unveil this exquisite piece, but turn your attention to the screens as he's making his way up.
At Tom Duma Fine Jewelers, we've been designing and crafting custom jewelry for decades. It's an art as much as a science, And really, there's no room for error. It comes down to 100 little choices made by our artists and experts. Quality, value, and selection. Tom Duma Fine Jewelers, exceeding expectations since 1947.
Wow, I have to say, what an incredible event that I get to be a participant of. And it's, I don't know who's on the selection committee to pick number one. It's, all of you women are incredible and inspiring. And it is a true honor, really, for me to be able to design and create the first annual Diamond ATHENA Award together with my team at Tom Duma Jewelers. Just a short backstory. I was talking to Jackie Jacobson from the Chamber a while back as to what can Tom Duma Jewelers do with the Chamber and how we can mesh together. And later on in our conversation, the ATHENA Award came up. And I asked about creating a special piece of jewelry to give to the next year's ATHENA recipient. Well, as things started, conversation, we started dreaming together, and lo and behold, we made it happen for this year. And we hope to be around for years to come to provide this special award that is worthy to be around the neck of such an extraordinary woman as the ATHENA recipient. So let me just talk about the design that you've seen on the screen there for just a moment. And when I was researching about the ATHENA Award, I learned that the award was inspired, as Kim said earlier, by the goddess of Greek mythology, known for her strength, her wisdom, her courage, and her enlightenment. And as I sat at the table watching the videos of all you nominees and what you're sharing, boy, you could see that there is strength in your voices, courage in your determination. There is strength, enlightenment, and wisdom that comes forth from every one of you. So hats off to that. And those four pillars became the foundation for my design inspiration. So strength. The design is based upon precious metal of platinum. By the way, platinum is 30 times more rare than gold. And it's a metal, it's a generational metal. It really can't wear out. It will last forever. It provides the longevity and the strength to the pendant. Wisdom. The diamonds that I used are natural earth mined that are birthed out of the core of the earth. Diamonds are believed to have the symbol of purity, innocence, and eternity. And some cultures also value diamonds as a sense of power, knowledge, and wisdom. Courage. The portion of the pendant that contains a section of 18-karat yellow gold. Gold has been used by royalty to represent power and wealth and authority throughout the centuries. Rulers who wore gold crowns demonstrated courage by making their status obvious despite threats that might be around them at all times. Enlightenment. It is said that the European intellectual movement of the 17th and 18th century, in which ideas concerning God, reason, nature, and humility were developed into a worldview that gained wide ascent far into the West, here in our culture. And it instigated the revolutionary development of art in our culture. Jewelry is art. Today, fine timepieces of watches, fine jewelry is still created by hand, by artisans. It is art. And this free-flowing design with mixed metals and the finest diamonds reflect enlightenment. And my hope is that the winner will wear this special piece of jewelry and often remember how special you are to those around you and in the community in which you live. You have impacted this community with your strength, your wisdom, your courage, and your enlightenment. I see a room filled with nominees that are packing lots of potential, all possessing strength, wisdom, courage, and enlightenment. To be leaders, and only one will be selected, but you all are winners. Tom Dumas Fine Jewelers congratulates the entire group of nominees for the 2024 ATHENA Award, and may you never stop believing that the potential you have will always make a difference. God bless each and one of you.
Tom, thank you so much for your wonderful partnership and for creating such an exquisite piece in such a short amount of time, literally just a few weeks. It's amazing. And I did have the joke with Jackie. I didn't know if there was like a knockoff version for people running the ATHENA program, you know, maybe 14 karat gold, cubic zirconia, like we could negotiate that. But we're looking forward to you being part of this event for years to come, and truly to the recipient who's going to receive this wonderful piece, we are thrilled that you did this for us tonight. Thank you so much. And now to announce the moment that we have all been waiting for, I am pleased to ask back to the podium Amanda Banner from Huntington to make our special announcement of the 2024 ATHENA Award recipient.
And now the part that you've all been waiting for. It is my great honor and privilege to announce our 2024 ATHENA Award recipient. The selection of our recipient each year is always so difficult. You've heard about the many accomplishments of our 23 nominees this evening. These women are all equally worthy of this honor, and each embodies the true spirit of ATHENA, but tonight one will be named our recipient. Our recipient works in a field that impacts all of us in this room, in our valley and beyond, and she is highly regarded and respected for her tireless contributions and commitment to advancing public health, promoting health equity, and empowering future generations of public health professionals. A distinguished figure in both academia and community engagement, Dr. Nicolette Poe is making significant contributions to all three. Holding a doctorate in health education from Loma Linda University, a master's in health promotion human sciences from North Carolina Central University, and a bachelor's in community health education healthcare ethics from Kent State University, Dr. Poe's academic background demonstrates her commitment to understanding and addressing health disparities. As an associate professor of public health at Youngstown State University, Dr. Poe focuses her research on behavioral risk factors for chronic disease prevention, particularly among young adults, examining racial, ethnic, and sex differences in adherence to cardiometabolic self-management practices. Her work extends to implementing health promotion programs and disseminating outcomes to combat chronic diseases, evidenced by her publications in journals like the Racial and Ethnic Approaches to Community Health, known as REACH, and Minority National Organization Success Stories. Dr. Poe has received several grants for her research and efforts, including $3.5 million from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention for the REACH program, a 5-year program to improve health, prevent chronic diseases, and reduce health disparities among the Black population with the highest risk of chronic disease. In 2023, she received nearly $500,000 from the National Institute of Justice for an analysis of violence and accelerationism and cognitive radicalization. Recognized as a 2020 Health Disparities Research Institute Scholar by the National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities, Dr. Poe's contributions extend beyond her local community, impacting national conversations on health equity and public health interventions. Beyond her academic pursuits, Dr. Poe actively engages with community-based organizations, serving on boards such as the Youngstown American Heart Association and Planned Parenthood of Greater Ohio. For the past 9 years, Dr. Poe has also served as a licensed foster parent with the goal of creating a positive mentality and experience for young women and youth. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating our 2024 Athena Award recipient, Dr. Nicolette Poe.
Thank you so much. This is, first I want to thank God for this opportunity, and I want to thank everyone who was involved with today's, just everybody. I'm a loss for words, and if you know me, I've never been a loss for words, but I'm pretty shocked, and the ugly cry, it got me really good. But I have to say this, my brother-in-law, he said, when I told him my family that got it nominated, he said, "Oh, you're gonna win." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he said, "I just knew it." And he said, "I told you so." And I was like, little old me. But I just want to say thank you so much. Now, my mother is here, so I have to thank my mother. See? So I have to thank her because, you know, she's my mama. And Mr. Poe, my husband, Terrell Poe, is here. And I just have to say thank you so much for putting up with me and all of my things that I find. I just thank you. And I have to say to my sister and my brother-in-law, my best friend, Angela, thank you so much. And then most importantly, for all of you that's here today, thank you for being here today and supporting me and all the other nominees. Now, I wrote this speech that I never thought anybody would hear, so I didn't really practice it because I didn't think anybody was going to hear it. But before I go into that, I also want to acknowledge the other nominees because they're all doing some really great things. And I just hope that you will continue to support us in the great work that we're doing. And I want to thank YSU and all of my fellow supporters here. And I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody that I'm forgetting to thank. So please don't blame it. Don't blame it on the mind, not the heart, because I'm so grateful. I did thank God. He was the first person. So, okay, all right. I get myself together because I'm so shocked. Okay, today I stand here before you because I believe in the goodness of people. We are on this planet for two things: to take care of the planet and to take care of each other. Therefore, we must try our best to make each other's lives better. We all have the ability to break through, and we must stop being afraid and take a chance. Because the reality is this: we can influence our destiny. We can take control by identifying our own passions and finding a way to incorporate them into our lives to connect to our purpose. Finding our purpose in everyday living, well, I got some examples. You can find your purpose in daily life simply by identifying those things and activities that make you smile. There's this old saying, work hard and play hard, which may link to burnout. Well, I want you to rethink this motto by considering work smart, play always. This is a way to find passion and purpose in every day. We can do these things we enjoy, And if we do these things that we enjoy, the sky is the limit. We can get so much accomplished because it doesn't feel like work. We're just simply following our passions with the freedom to be creative while exploring new possibilities not imagined. Because when we follow our passions, that's what makes it feel like play. We're leading productivity, creativity, and most importantly, we can find our success and fulfill those passions. If we keep doing what we've always done, we will get what we've always got. So I ask you to stop accepting the status quo. It is time to shake things up so we can get some new results. Anything that is important is hard. So I say, keep moving. Don't give up. Focus on your passion to make things happen. We need to move beyond simply wanting change and actively pursue it. Now, I know what you're thinking. That dreamer, that pie in the sky stuff. Well, the reality is this. Change doesn't happen overnight. However, change happens when we all work together to make a difference. Now, everyone here today, I need your help. This is the first time in Mahoning Valley's era that we've received this 5-year cooperative agreement from CDC. And when I wrote this grant, we can talk about that later. I never thought we would get awarded. It was just kind of a pie in the sky kind of thing. And when I wrote this grant, I thought, there are so many great people here, and there's such great need that I should do my little part to try to make a difference. But I can't do this by myself. I need each and every one of you to help me. Now, I feel like I have some newfound friends here today, yes? Yes. Great. Because I need your help to help promote healthy behaviors by making healthy choices, readily available, and easily accessible to our community. Now, this can be done through policy changes, but this also can be done through collaborations. And I hope that you all are willing and committed to be my community partners, our community partners, because I lead each and every one of you to help me and you make a difference here. Now, I got a lot of other stuff on this speech here, but I don't think I need to say all that because I think you get the point, that we have to work together. But most importantly, we need individuals and community partners to get involved, to make a difference. That includes businesses who want healthy employees, schools who want students ready to learn, healthcare providers who want patients to take charge of their own health, and governments who want residents to get more involved. Community members who want safe places to live, work, play, and worship. I humbly ask for your support to showcase how we can all work together to address these needs. So I ask that you consider being my partner on this journey, because we need to change our perspectives. So let's stop talking about the problems, let's take action to address our concerns. And most importantly, let's work together to make meaningful changes, to be spending time with our families so they can be healthy together, but most importantly, so we can create a healthier Mahoning Valley. So my request to you is this. This is your time to be a hero. Let's make a difference, and let's support our families and children to increase access to foods and improve our routes to destinations, and most importantly, encourage families to have fun together. Because guess what? We're on this vacation together, and we can start right here in our lives every day. So, it is your time to be a hero. make a difference, be an active participant in healthy Mahoning Valley. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Poe, the Regional Chamber is ready to join your team. We want to be a player, and we will help you, and we will bring our thousands of members who employ hundreds of thousands of workers to help your cause. Three years ago, we embarked on a diversity effort. At the time, 6 women served on our board of directors. Today, 11 women serve on our board of directors. "50% of our staff is female. 50% of our C-suite is female." Dr. Poe, as I read your bio, as I listened to you on the video, and as I soaked in what others wrote about you, something dawned on me. 3 years into our diversity effort, I've become complacent. I've become satisfied with the progress that we have made. I lost my purpose. I'm not satisfied anymore. You and your peer nominees have inspired me tonight. Kim Calvert with the Chamber and Joanne Stock with Leadership Mahoning Valley have floated the idea of establishing a Women's Leadership Institute in conjunction with ATHENA and in conjunction with Leadership Mahoning Valley. Kim, Joanne, my pledge tonight, inspired by Dr. Poe and her peers, is that this is no longer an idea. We will help you establish the Women's Leadership Institute. We will make sure it happens. I'm also inspired by the overwhelming support this community has shown me and the Chamber staff. If you didn't walk in through the hallway there, please exit that way. Look at the corporate banners. These organizations have invested significant dollars and have placed enormous confidence in the Regional Chamber. I'm also inspired by all of you, our third very large ATHENA crowd in a row, and a record number of event sponsors. In fact, sponsorships for tonight's event almost doubled the previous record. Because of you, we are the largest business organization in the region. We are the third largest chamber of commerce in the entire state of Ohio. Because of you, we can ramp up our diversity efforts that support women-owned businesses. We can ramp up our diversity efforts that help organizations add women to their C-suites. We can ramp up our diversity efforts that create supply chain opportunities for women-owned businesses. This is an untapped source of economic growth for our valley. So I encourage all of you, ride this wave of chamber momentum, and I thank you, Dr. Poe, for making me more fired up than I've been in a long time, for reigniting my purpose. Good night, everyone. Thank you.